I am absolutely loving this. Look at this. It's finally a beautiful day here in Germany. Spring and summer, I hope, has finally come. I got my window open. The sun is shining. The birds are singing. I don't know if you can hear them, the birds, but they're singing. And that's so happy. And I got the window open. Look how bright this place is. I've never really experimented with going bright. I always kind of left it dark because I wanted that moody, contrasty kind of look. But I don't know. I'm digging this. Airing out this whole space and not bad. Anyway, welcome back to Leave the Trail. Love it. Anyway, today I'm talking about something that's really important, and that is how you can stay in touch with family. We all know texting, calling, and the occasional video chat, and that's great and all, and that's essential. It's an absolute must do, but something that I'm a victim of. Whenever I am doing something and it becomes repetitive action, it becomes something that I feel like I have to do, and that's not fun. That's not what you want talking to your family to be like. You want talking to your family to be fun and exciting and different and entertaining and nice, something you look forward to and not something that you just feel like you gotta do. So today we're talking about interesting, unique, and fun ways to stay in contact with your family while you travel. Number 1. Okay, this one's a basic one, but it's something that I practice and I really enjoy. And it might not be unique, but it is different, and a lot of people don't do it anymore. And that is to write letters. For the longest time when I was in Australia and traveling, both my mom and my sister and I, we wrote letters to each other. And I've fallen off it in the past year, which sucks. I want to get back to it. But it's such a cool way because not many people get letters anymore, and it gives you that same feeling of when you order something and your package has finally arrived. You get your letter and you're excited, so you rip it open, you read it right away, and then you can write them back. And it's cool because in letters, it's a different form of communication. It's not like instant, such as texting or calling. It's like a summary. You get a different view, and you have to write and communicate different. So writing letters is something that I think you should do with traveling. Gives you that little bit of excitement if you have somewhere where you've been for a while, or you can get letters sent to a certain post box somewhere you might be returning to. I recommend it. It's really cool, it's really interesting, and it's exciting to receive a letter, and that's something very, very few of us actually still receive nowadays. Number 2. This one is not something I've done and not something my family would do, but if one of my good friends actually does this with his dad, online games, playing some kind of online game together. So they actually played games on their phones, so like or something of Legends, that one of those war games, and Words with Friends. And I know other people have done this with Xbox. They play with their brothers or their cousins and play Xbox with them when they're traveling. If they're at a hostel, or maybe they have like a Nintendo Switch or something like that, and they play with their family. And this is cool because you can actually talk and communicate and have a different level of communication and different kind of connection while playing a game, and this keeps it really interesting. So Words with Friends or one of those other group strategy games could be something really cool to help you keep in touch and stay connected with your family back home. Number 3. Okay, this one might be a little bit more passive and a little bit more separate, but it's having a book club. Now this could be cool because I read quite a lot, and I like to read, especially when I'm traveling. When you're on trains or planes, or you're going to a certain location, or you're on the beach, you're gonna be, chances are, reading. So if you can read the same book with a family member or a friend back home, and then you guys, next time you talk, you have a chance to communicate about it. You have something different to talk about other than just how the family's doing, where you've been, what you're doing, what your plans are, which pretty much seems to be the same conversation every time you talk to your family. If you read a book together, you'll have something else to talk about, and you'll be learning together. It'll give you that close connection with whomever you want to be talking to, or whomever you are sharing that book with. You'll have that something to share, and you'll have an experience where you're learning together. So I think that's cool, and plus on top of that, it might help you knock off a few more books off that list of yours. Number 4. Okay, this one I think is really cool, and it might be a little bit more expensive and might require a little bit more planning, but send little care packages to each other. So send little care packages to your family, to your dad or your sister, or something like that. This is something I always wanted to do and planned to do, but I never got around to it, and I really regret that, and I'm gonna start doing that in the future. But even just little things that might be unique to a certain country or something like that. You might find a small little tin of jam, and you might send that to your mom with a little note. That's something that she is gonna love. Or like my dad what I really regret, my dad always wanted to figure out what Vegemite was in Australia, and I never got the chance, and I was just so lazy and put it off, and I really regret not sending him a little tub of Vegemite so he could try with a little instruction book of how to properly eat it according to Australians. And that's something that'll be really cool because it's right along the line of getting a letter. It's something interesting and exciting, and they get to have an experience. You get to share part of the experience you're having with your family in a unique way without them having to be there. If you are in a place a little bit longer, consider sending a package or give your family your address and they might be able to send you something pretty cool. Number 5, this one is a little bit different. Perhaps you don't want to create a YouTube channel for your family to follow, but you still want to take some video and show them what you're exploring. So create a video tour. Do a little video tour of the town you're living in, or the place you're seeing, or stuff you're doing, maybe your hostel or your hotel. Give them little video tours of that. Summarize what you're doing, what you like about it, and that way you don't have to worry about posting it on YouTube forever for your family and everyone to see, and you don't have to worry about editing and uploading. You can just make a quick 1 or 2 minute video of walking around your town, and you can just quickly cut it or just send them the full version. And that'll be something cool because it gets your family, again, a chance to experience the things you're doing in a different way, and it might help them feel a little bit more close to you. And I know when I first traveled alone, when I sent videos or regular emails and texts, it made my parents feel a lot more comfortable too. They were a little less worried because in their words, they knew I was still alive. Number 6. Okay, this is the final one, and it's something that is not exactly unique. It's been around for a long time, but something that I don't think we use enough, and that is postcards. Postcards can be bought. You can buy them for $1 in a lot of places at any pretty much convenient or tourist shop, and they have some beautiful pictures and some landmarks, and you can write a little bit of note, and that's all great and all, but one of the cool things about postcards is it gives a little memento. So not only will your parents have that for as long as that you are traveling, but when you come home, you might be able to get that postcard, and in 20 years, you can read your thoughts and your expressions through that, and that is something that is really cool and really something you can cherish for a long time, because really the whole point of traveling, and one of the best parts about traveling, is the stories and the memories that you have and can hold forever. And if you can have a little piece of paper with a picture and a little note that your 20-year-old self wrote when you're 45, and you can show your kids, or you can just hold and explore that again in 40 years, that's something that to me is priceless and is really, really valuable. That's basically my list for staying in touch with your family. It doesn't have to be boring. It doesn't have to be something you have to do. Just do something that's fun. Do something that interests you and is going to keep your family and yourself guessing. Something that you know is going to be something you can maintain and something you look forward to doing. I wanted to really talk about this because this is super important, and a lot of people, their biggest worry when they travel is that they're gonna lose touch with their family. All I wanted to tell you is you don't have to, and it doesn't have to be boring. There's a bunch and a million different ways that I didn't even mention. You can stay in touch with your family, keep in touch, and still be a part of each other's lives, and you can still go out and explore this beautiful, beautiful day, beautiful world that we have out there, like I'm gonna do right now. All right, talk to you later, guys. Peace.